Hey guys, Jan for Functional Body Unit here. Today's video is all about lower back pain. If you have lower back pain while sitting or if you lift up something, that's the video for you, so keep on watching. So for this one, we show you two exercises to fix your lower back pain. So I'm gonna show you one exercise which targets your lower back and your whole spine. So let's jump straight into the exercise. So I'm gonna show it to you here on Leslie. She's going in a quadruped position here, and we're doing a cat camel, and we're starting in a full flexed spine. So keep a nice flexed spine here. If you do that, especially if you have pain here in this area, then just focus on this area. You can do the whole cat camel, but you can also do the cat camel, let's say, to your thoracic spine or TL junction, okay? So we're starting here in full flexion, and we're starting to segment each vertebrae here slowly and going from flexion into extension. Slow and controlled. I'm gonna move my finger from each vertebrae to the next one, so she gets better biofeedback and can control her spine and her spine movement even better and even more, okay? So that's a very good partner exercise. So let's say to here, and now we're going from this point back into flexion, okay? Slow and control. Nice and smooth, perfect. So obviously she is pretty good. Normal spines nowadays aren't as good as hers. So really train that movement of your lower spine. Is really important that you are able to segment your spine. So if you aren't as lucky as I am and training together as partners, use a resistance band for the same exercise here for the cat camel. We're gonna show you now. So place the resistance band in one hand and then place it on your lumbar spine here. And you can place it right where you feel you can't control, you have not much control in a certain area. So let's say you have really bad control right here in the middle of the lumbar spine. That might be the case for some of you, okay? So start in full flexion, and we're gonna do the same stuff but without my fingers. So she's trying to control each vertebrae here and segment her spine slowly and controlled with the band as a biofeedback, not my fingers for this time. So here you can see nice and controlled, really good. Let's say we do it also here to the TL junction, and then we're going back from TL junction into the flexion again. And right where you have that sticky point, the resistance here is a little bit higher. So you have to push your vertebrae here a little bit more against the band so you get more biofeedback, and it gets better over time.
So now that we've looked into the spine and what we can do about that, we're now looking at other parts of the body that are close to the spine or the lumbar spine that can maybe cause our low back pain. So the first thing we're thinking of is the glutes, because we're sitting on them all the time. They're really tight, and that's like our next step to look into and to maybe work on in order to prevent or fix our low back pain. So we'll do this doing a 90-90 kinetic stretch for external rotation. Obviously, we have to work on rotational capacities first before we move on to linear work or movements. So this time we're focusing on external rotation. We're going into a 90-90 position. If you do not feel comfortable in a 90-90 position, feel free to elevate yourself, sit on a yoga block, anything that will elevate you and makes this easier. For the 90-90 kinetic stretch, we're using something called pails and rails. And easily said, the pails is the progressive angle and the rails is the regressive angle. So when we're doing the kinetic stretch, we're folding forward, and then obviously this is the regressive angle where the angle is getting smaller while doing the exercise, and the progressive angle is the one where you get like, it's like basically open side, and this is the closing side. So we're using the rails or our regressive angle to get ourselves down, which means you're trying to engage all of this tissue here and lift it towards your torso. And this is while you're folding forward, getting your torso closer to your leg, and you go as far down as you can while maintaining a straight back. And when you feel like you can't go any deeper, you're engaging all of the progressive tissue, so the tissue that is facing the floor, and your leg is pushing into the ground and pushing your torso back up. And if you want to make this harder, and if you feel really comfortable doing this, you can let go of the floor with your hands and do this without using hands. And this time you really need to radiate to make sure you feel all the tension in your body, and then you do the same thing, engaging all of this regressive tissue here, the tissue that's facing your torso, to pull yourself into the stretch, and then you push yourself out of the stretch using the progressive tissue, the tissue that is facing the floor. And I would suggest doing this 5 to 6 reps total, and then going for 3 reps, and do this every day just to stretch your glutes out, to get a little movement in them, and to do this actively. That's why we're doing the kinetic stretch. If you liked this video and if this helped you to mitigate or to prevent or calm your lower back pain, then leave a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel to stay updated on all our mobility, calisthenics and strength tutorials. Or if you want even more information, you can also visit our website. The link is in the description below.